Back, everybody. We're bringing you the latest out of Broward County, Florida, where week 3 is underway in the murder trial of rising rap artist XXXTentacion. 20-year-old Jahseh Onfroy was gunned down during a robbery while leaving a motorcycle dealership. Prosecutors say defendants Michael Boatwright and Trayvon Newsom carried out the attack, while a third co-defendant, Deidrick Williams, is accused of driving the SUV used to facilitate the crime. And last but not least, a fourth co-defendant, Robert Allen, pleaded guilty to murder and robbery charges, testifying against his alleged accomplices over the span of 5 days. He's set to be sentenced on Thursday. Well, behind the scenes, Williams' defense team and attorney for big-name artist Drake have been battling over the singer giving a deposition. Drake had an ongoing feud with Onfroy at the time of his death, and the defense wanted to explore a possible conspiracy. A judge denied the defendant's original request for a deposition over a faulty subpoena. After fixing the subpoena, a second attempt at serving Drake went absolutely haywire, with his armed security literally kicking the documents down Drake's driveway. Williams' defense filed a motion asking for an expedited deposition, and Drake's team filed a motion to strike it, going as far as to ask for sanctions to be imposed. Now, it's unclear if Drake's deposition scheduled for Friday is going to actually happen or not, and we're going to provide more updates as we learn more. But speaking of Deidrick Williams, the jury saw videos of him on the day of the murder through a detective's testimony on Tuesday.
Those are two individuals, one of which you have identified for your investigation as Deidrick Williams, walking out separately.
Yes.
The first video that we're going to discuss, can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury the date and time that you perceived it to have been recorded?
That was the date of the homicide at 5:29 p.m.
Detective, in that particular video, what do we see?
Mr. Williams fanning out multiple $100 bills.
And what is he wearing in that video?
The gray-white tank top.
Okay, so Brian, what happens if the defense, the prosecution, they go through all the witnesses before the judge can get Drake to be deposed? Is it even worth it at the end?
I think at the end of the day, Jesse, this might not happen. I think Drake has a good plan here of kind of kicking the can down the road, because I don't see a judge saying, don't worry, we'll hold off on any kind of deliberation until we do this deposition. I think the defense at best has one dance at this, and if they can't make it work, then maybe this stall tactic from Drake will push it down to the point that we'll never see a deposition. I honestly don't think that they want Drake there, though. I think they want to make as much noise as possible to say, hey, look, there's a reason why he didn't show up. There's a reason why he's not wanting to testify, and then they can make an argument to an empty chair rather than Drake. Well,
the evidence isn't good against the defendants. I mean, Terry, at least 2 witnesses testified that Deidrick Williams admitted to being at the shooting. How damaging is that testimony when you compare it with the new video, especially since his attorney's the one trying to depose Drake?
Listen, I don't know what's going to happen with Drake, but Deidrick Williams is in trouble. First of all, you saw him in that video at the dealership. You saw him flashing the money. He was wearing the exact same clothing. And on top of all of that, his ex-girlfriend came in to testify, and she said he told her he was there. And then he had another friend who came in, and she testified that she helped them lease the car that went to the dealership. So he's definitely got some really hard issues. I think his attorney is fighting very hard, because as the driver of that car, he's in trouble.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they're trying to find a defense anywhere they can make it. Not sure it's going to work, but yeah, that's not good. When we come back, we're going to return to Broward County, Florida, where a new law could change a dog's favorite pastime for good. We'll look at one senator's push to keep animals safer. That's next. We're back in Broward County, Florida to finish out today's show, because a newly proposed bill could change the role of puppy passengers forever. That's right. The bill, introduced by a Florida state senator, would make it illegal for dogs to stick their heads out of a window or sit in the driver's lap while a car is moving. The bill would also make it illegal to have a dog transported in a trunk or enclosed cargo or on the running board, fender, hood, or roof of a vehicle. To make sure dogs stay safer, the bill would require them to be secured in a crate, restrained by a seatbelt, or under a passenger's direct supervision. Supporters argue that dogs in a driver's lap can be a distraction, and unsecured dogs can become projectiles in a crash. Rule breakers could face a potential moving violation, but it wouldn't count toward a criminal traffic violation. If the bill passes, Florida would be the 8th state to enact a law punishing owners with unrestrained dogs in vehicles. The animal welfare bill also includes bans on declawing cats and animal testing for cosmetics. So Terry, you think the law goes a little too far? I mean, should there be limits here?
I think there should be limits. I think it goes a little bit too far. Look, I was kind of surprised when I did some research that there aren't that many states that have restraining requirements for dogs. You would think they would, and if they did, they could stick their head out the window, because it's really cute when they do that. But I think that part of the law they're trying to propose does make sense. You don't want any sort of animal in the front seat. That's got to be distracting, or in some sort of loose back seat, you know, because obviously if there's an accident, that could be very, very bad. You also don't want dogs kept in a hot car. I think that's something that should have been part of the law as well, because obviously that's cruelty to animals. So I definitely think that it's responsible to do this. I'm glad Florida's doing it, but I don't think they should say that the dog can't put their head out of that window.
By the way, in that footage, was the dog driving the car? Does anyone not want to address that happening anytime soon?
Why is it a thing?
Well, Brian, you're a dog owner. What do you think about this?
Maybe it's different for me because all of the dogs we're looking at are like little 5, 10-pound puppies. I've got a 70-pound Doberman. I'm not driving with this dog in my lap. No, secure your dog. This is the way I look at it. You look at dogs either one or two ways. Either you have a breed-specific dog where you use that dog for hunting, defense, protection, whatever it may be, or it's a family member. Would you put a small child in your lap unsecured while driving? No. Would you let a child hang its head outside of the window while driving? No. So in any way that you look at your four-legged animal, a tool, a part of your family, why does it make sense that you want to do this? I think it should be a law. I love the fact that there's no criminal repercussions. Give them a ticket. You love your dog enough to bring them in with you while you're driving, make sure they get there safe. I think it makes sense.
No fresh air for your dogs, Brian. You're not letting them be free. I totally get it. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's true. It's good. It keeps them safe. It's all good. Brian, Terry, thank you so much. Everyone out there, thanks for joining us here on The Daily. We'll see you next time as we discuss justice in America.